Hey everybody, sorry you just missed a little bit of stuff. I wanted to just get past this before I realized, oh, there's a decision we gotta make here. So,
I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the Archbishop desires.
The black eagles, the blue lions, and the golden deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
which house will I choose? Bop! Bop!
So you have chosen the golden deer led by Claude, correct?
Yep!
Your heart has made its choice then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
They are all promising youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's future upon their shoulders. I hope you appreciate what an honor it is to lead them.
Brother? Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
I am in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More importantly, who is this?
This
Excuse
is our
me.
newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers' Academy! I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor. I am Sedith's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of. In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the 3 houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well. Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
Alright. There's some stuff before that battle, though.
What? Are you really our new homeroom professor?
Is that true? You aren't quite what I had pictured. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean that the way it sounded.
I was sure you'd be roped into joining the Knights.
Don't tell me. You chose this class just to get to know me better, right? I'm flattered, really. Whoops. Now that you're our professor, maybe I should choose my words more carefully. Oh, well then, since we're pretty close in age and all, I suppose formalities aren't all that necessary.
One must truly marvel at the exceptionality of this appointment. Becoming a teacher to students almost the same age as yourself. How unusual. I've heard you are a skilled mercenary, but I cannot shake my discomfort at your new position.
Are you really as
At
strong
least he's
as they
honest.
say? Let's see your biceps. I bet I packed on more muscle than you.
I doubt that. Apparently, our new professor was personally recommended by Alois, one of the knights.
Dude, can you actually see? Look at the guy. He's bursting from his t-shirt, dude.
Teach here is the child of the most renowned former captain of the Knights of Saros.
I heard. There's no way a child of the captain isn't worthy. It's simply not possible. The captain? Who are you talking about? Captain Geralt, of course. The most notable captain of the Knights of Saros and a peerless mercenary.
He's not. If you say either one of these, she's just gonna get mad at you.
Huh. It doesn't matter what you think of him. Captain Geralt deserves nothing but respect. Well, after working as a mercenary alongside a father figure such as he, I have high hopes for our professor. Just because someone is special doesn't mean their children are special too, Lysithia. Assuming that a child is going to be exceptional just because of their lineage is a bad idea. Don't you agree, Marianne? Huh? Oh, yes, I suppose so. Well, we can find out for ourselves in battle. I can't wait to see what tactics you've learned from the captain.
A battle? Shouldn't we have a welcome party or something first? I'll get the meat.
How savage. I propose a nice conversation over tea instead. I am more than willing to procure some high-quality leaves.
Tea?
Some high-quality leaves, man. You know what he's saying, dude?
Your common sensibilities are grating to my noble ears. Please quiet yourself.
Sorry for the bickering, Teach. As you can see, the Golden Deer House is a
Yeah, the Golden Deer is a bit comical compared to the other ones in my opinion, but I don't know. Everyone's got their group of comedians. Sylvain's like the ladies' man of the Blue Lions. You've got like the sleepyhead of like Lionheart and the Black Eagles, so it's whatever way you want. Alright, so I believe we have an explore mission coming up first, and then we'll do our battle. There's some tactics that you can follow in the battle that I'm going to do, and usually following the same path isn't going to result in the exact same results, but, you know, it'll be pretty close to the same. Stop that. Dude, these cats are a constant harassment problem, dude. 1,000 gold? That's so much money.
Say, while you're
Yeah.
here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine
Like I said earlier, basically just say exactly what he wants to hear, and you'll get supports up with him. Though I don't think there's one in this this conversation here.
Well, allow me to tell you everything, absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while. Crests are a fascinating topic, but before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate. They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed
Would you
down
guys like to
through
hear my
bloodline.
cat while this is all going on? I'll bring him up to the microphone.
Crests may excel
Come here.
in magic, display exceptional
Here he is.
or any number of boons.
Say something.
Each crest has its own power, the nature of
No?
which is beyond
You don't wanna say
mortal
anything?
understanding. For now,
Ooh. Do you believe I have a crest?
I suspect as much. Yes.
You're not even gonna purr? Okay,
But
get
we
out of
won't
here.
know
Get
for
out of here, you
sure
bum.
Unless I look into the matter. As I said, crests
You
are
bum.
passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well.
So, actually, you know what? This is a good opportunity to talk about crests. Crests, besides a couple, don't really have that big of an effect on the game. Most of the time, I find that the crests just end up being overkill damage. And since you can't count on it, you really shouldn't. Do what you can to find out. There's no need to look into it. Do what you can to find out.
Yes, of course.
Oh, actually, there was a support up. Cool, we got the right one.
Straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here.
But you don't want to have to rely on crest damage. In fact, I think the only crest that you can even rely on a little bit is Lysithia's, which is just a bonus 5 damage to any of her magic-based attacks.
There are still crests out there that even I
Lorenz has the same one, but it triggers less because I believe Lysithia has a major version of the same crest.
Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to consider. You may leave now. I have more research to do in regard to this crest.
What if I wanted to stay Hanuman?
So very
Did you ever
much
think about
more
that?
research.
He
But
never
now,
thought about that, guys. He doesn't care about our feelings. He just cares about what's in our blood.
What could this line here be indicating? Perhaps it represents a lack of symmetry.
Dude, don't bite the wires.
What in the world?
I hate that you're silent.
Oh,
'Cause
I
people can't...
see.
People won't believe me that you're here.
But to a greater
You
degree
cat?
than usual.
Alright. So, hopefully we'll be able to start to explore now. Which we can. So, we're mostly going to blow past... we're not going to talk to anyone extra. Actually, well, that's a lie. We're going to talk to every student, but not every student has an answer or response that is needed. On top of that, some of these guys may just give you quests.
You also have commoner students also reside on the first floor, while the second is primarily for students of noble birth. As a rule,
The second floor, I don't even think is available to us yet.
based on social status here, but the nobility can be quite insistent when it comes to matters of propriety. Speaking of, it would be best for you to avoid improper conduct. I expect you to set a good example for the students.
So that's actually there's actually a lot of people with noble status that live on this bottom floor too.
Let me know when you are hungry. I will make you a quality meal as thanks for your service to His Highness. I have a request.
Tomatoes. Always do the quests. They give really good like food items, and the food in this game is the most important part about the game. Food and flowers. That's what we're mostly concerned about when it comes to unlocking all the students. We're not going to talk to him yet because that will start our end game quest. Oh, our end of this area quest. Skipping that. Let's say hi to Leonie.
I'm Captain Gerald's first and best apprentice. I can beat anyone, Professor. Even you if I have to. It may have been only
Statistically,
for a
you
short time,
can't.
but I learned from the absolute best.
Bernadetta.
I was just heading back to my room. Bye. I don't like to come out unless I really have to. Hope you're
He's going to give us a quest.
Dorothea, Hilda, and Mercedes. Lady Rhea's quite the beauty too. And I must admit, I've even checked out Professor Manuela once or twice. You know, Professor, I think I'm going to like it at the Officers Academy. There are beautiful girls as far as the eye can see. Professor, I've got a small
This
favor.
quest is for us to have a meal with some students. Yeah. What a quest. Is Surreal right here? I think he might be. One heart.
The great tree
Yeah, there's
moon is
Surreal.
the best time of the year for naps. I could just forget all about my assignment.
Now I'm feeling sleepy too. So if a bubble like that ever shows up while you're just hanging around the school, that means that there is a correct and wrong answer, and it will always lead to support ups or just nothing gained. And we always want support ups. Pressing to say, can't we talk just a little?
I really can't right now. I got a lot of things to do. Work and stuff like that. Why don't you look at the flowers in the greenhouse instead? They're pretty.
Okay, fine, kid. Fine. Ash.
Oh, did you come to look at the plants too? The greenhouse here is really incredible. There are so many rare flowers I'd never seen back home, and herbs I never even knew existed.
You seem well informed on the subject.
My adoptive father is the real expert. He taught me everything I know about herbs, including how to tell them apart and how to make medicines. You should try looking around the greenhouse sometime if the mood strikes you. Maybe something will catch your eye.
And we're gonna plant. So you're not gonna be able to like cultivate a lot out of this yet. And cultivating can be expensive. So I pretty much just always do that at the minimum because I think you do get a little bit more out of it, but I'm not entirely sure. We're not gonna get a ton out of gardening just yet, but we will later. Morphi seeds. What? We'll probably make that next. Always check near here because there's usually a lot of fishing supplies that can be found around here. And of course, you know, fishing is a good way to gain professor experience.
I pray to thee. Please protect us.
And with Flame here,
Hello there, Professor. Well, I call you that, but I am afraid I am not a student here myself.
just say that's a shame.
Should the opportunity arise, I would love to become a student and begin my studies in earnest. The monastery is kind enough to provide a sanctuary for my brother and I.
So she's someone that you don't actually have to hit those completely on because you will just automatically get her later.
With a favor.
She wants us to catch some fish. Dining hall. So let's talk to Petra.
Here at the monastery, I have had many great learnings from many great people.
As you can see, she has a hard time speaking the native language of English.
Do my best trying.
Or Foldland's language, whatever it is. How you doing, Raphael?
I really need to eat. I can't hold out until the next meal. Why can't the dining hall stay open all the time? I need to keep eating if I want to get stronger.
Yes.
Felix.
I'm busy. Do you want something?
Usually Felix is a very serious person, so if you say anything about sparring or fighting or training, he'll like that. So in this case, we're going to say, I was hoping to spar with you.
I can't right now, but let's fight soon. I look forward to beating you.
Alright, you cocky little kid. And then we have dining staff. So, this is our first actual decision. So there's a couple things we need to look at. These three are already in our schools, so unless we want them to have bonus motivation, we don't actually need to be all that entirely worried about these three. But Edelgard is someone we can't get, so we're not concerned about her either. And then when it comes down to these last choices, Flame we're already going to get later on in the future, so we're not concerned with her. So we really have these four choices. Dorothea naturally lines up with what we're good with. So you don't even have to potentially B rank her if you keep training up sword and, I believe it's authority. But at the same time, we're not going to be using sword a lot. We want to be using brawling because that way we can get Casper, because you have to hit Casper on his skill checks. The last bit about Dorothea is that she also really likes doing the choir, so we can gain bonus support through her through the choir. But I don't believe the choir gives you a bonus 2 hearts. I think it just gives you 1. I'll confirm this probably in the next time that we are here at the dining hall. But Dorothea is someone that we don't potentially have to target very early on. Anita is the same. Annette at least has the option of going with the choir with her. And then Bernadetta and Mercedes, as our other 2 open options here, can both do the cooking with. But the cooking with, like you cook with them essentially. But that is a whole time slot for only hitting 1 target. So it isn't as useful as hitting the choir with these 2, because we can do that multiple times and it doesn't cost us any food. And so we're going to be doing that multiple times. So I'm not too concerned about these 2, so we're going to focus down on Bernadetta and Mercedes first. If you're having a hard time with keeping motivation up, my biggest thing to say to you is try to have your Byleth be the hero of the mission. That mostly means trying to get confirming kills with them, which is going to be fine since we want since we're going to be training up our gauntlets regardless, at least later on. This first mission we're going to have to be using a sword, or else difficulties can arise, because this first mission is significantly harder than like the next 3. Yeah. So this is the dining hall. We're going to be spending a lot of time in here because this dining staff share a meal is one of the most important parts about us getting support up with all of our students. Let's go over here. I hope you guys like the song, because you're going to be hearing it a lot. Annette.
Hello, Professor. I have a teeny tiny question for you, if that's all right. You haven't seen a man with hair the same color as mine, a scowling face, and a generally gloomy demeanor, have you?
Don't say can't say I have. I'm pretty sure you have to say looking for someone.
Well, yes. It's a bit difficult to explain. Please just let me know if you do see him, okay?
Boom.
Yes.
Okay, here's an idea.
Lysiphia's going to have a question about books, and we just have to say books are great.
Hi, Professor. Have you gotten around to visiting the library yet? It's absolutely loaded with valuable information. I only wish I wasn't burdened with the necessity of sleep, so I could spend all my hours there.
You like Raiden?
In a manner, yes. But it's more that
As a general rule of thumb, even if what they're doing is unhealthy, as long as you agree with what they like to do, you'll usually get a support up with them. Yuratsi.
I care nothing of friendship. If you have no business here, leave.
Cool. Caspar likes a good challenge, so we always never back down from a challenge.
I kind of thought he was going to be the new professor assigned to our class. After that teacher ran away during our outdoor training, I figured Yuritsa was a natural replacement. I was surprised when you were suddenly appointed professor instead. I don't think I could hold my own against Yuritsa in battle. I could probably take you, though.
Not a
You
chance.
really think so? With enough training, I'm sure I'll beat you someday.
Caspar, you are so unfortunately... Oh, your stats are just so not good that that will never happen.
To face the Black Eagles in battle.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass, man.
While it lasts. Soon you'll wish you had chosen to lead our house instead.
No.
If you continue to insist on distracting me, I will have no choice but to get rid of you. Joking, of course.
Dude, that was a good guffaw. You got me there. Ferdinand likes it whenever you say anything about him being a noble, because he loves being a noble, just like Lorenz. I believe he's right here.
Do you know the provenance of our class name?
Though there's no question assigned. I know next week's question there is one assigned.
And black is the traditional color of the Empire's armor. Hence,
Dude, it's totally red. Shut up. You guys wear red all the time and later on. Spotted Dorothea.
Yes, it's true that I'm the only commoner in the Black Eagle house. I knew that before the first day of class. Those people are simply exhausting.
Wow. Who do we have here? Mercedes.
To the Officers Academy. I attended a school of magic in the kingdom capital. That's where I met Annie. That's what I call Annette. Oh, I guess Lawrence was at the school of magic too. But Annie was always just so nice to me, even though I was older. She's my best friend in the world.
Apparently Lorenzo was a creep at the Magic Academy, is what I heard.
The Blue Lion House derived its name from the honorary title of the first king of Fargus. Lug, the king of lions, wore brilliantly blue garments. His chivalric exploits are recorded in multiple legends. The library holds various historical accounts regarding him.
You know, the English voice acting is actually pretty solid this game.
You should read them. They're filled with insights.
Though sometimes they can be a little extra. But you know what? I think a little extra is better than being dull. We're finally getting to that point where like all these Japanese anime games have decent voice acting attached to it.
everyone's names yet?
Yes.
I'm Ignatz, in case you forgot.
Did not forget.
Forward to learning from you.
Cool.
Our house is that of the Golden Deer. Do you know the significance of that name, Professor? Golden deer are sacred.
He's very tall.
Said to have protected Leicester since time immemorial.
Oh man, he's
All three
very
of the houses
tall.
have a meaning behind their name.
I knew he was tall later on, but I didn't know he was this tall at the start of the game.
Interests you.
Dang. I am not a particularly tall guy myself, but I would like to be. I'm still technically growing, but not really. Claude, how you doing?
Did you hear the news, Teach? Looks like we're gonna have a good old mock battle between the houses.
And we're gonna kick their ass, dude. Oh, train again.
So you may want to whip everyone into
There's a lot of trains today, I'm not gonna lie.
After all, competition is only fun if you win. To that end, I'd better prepare as well. You know, I was researching what it's like to live here long before I even enrolled. Want me to fill you in, Teach?
This is to teach all the facilities, but we're good. And with that, we're done, though. You can talk to Hilda, too.
About the mock battle that's coming up, you don't mind me sitting it out, do you?
Actually, she's gonna be in there because she's one of the few good units right out of the box. She can take a magic hit without dying, and she deals probably some of the highest damage besides Byleth and Claude. So she's gonna be in there. And with that, we will end our first explore, and we'll have this little conversation. We'll get to the pre-battle, and then we'll call her good. Ferdinand is a target we want, so we will spend the 200 gold on him. Even if it's just one support up, but who cares? If it's a target that you don't have the right T for, I would recommend you just go for the support up. Though T times become very important later on, because you can get about 4 supports up worth of stuff, which is really friggin' significant. You compare that to just sitting down and eating with someone. No, we have a conversation before this. It's not just straight into the battle, right? As I was saying, excuse me. You can get +4 to a support with someone. So I'm talking like 4 hearts up. When compared to getting 2 from one time slot during an explore mission. So it's really important that you have the proper T, or at least a T that they don't dislike. Though I don't think that exists, so I don't even know why I said that.
Just don't screw it up and everything will be great. Got it, Teach?
I'll leave it to me.
Right.
Though I don't think it doesn't matter which one you pick.
I mean, I'm kind of obligated to. For example, if I add a little something to their food to upset their stomachs.
Don't even think about it.
Yeah, wink, wink, I read you. You can't officially condone that sort of thing, right? But say, hypothetically speaking, students from the other houses started racing to the infirmary. As far as anyone knows, it could just be a harmless little stomach bug making the rounds.
Well, well, what a fascinating conversation you two are having. May we join?
Claude, I can't believe you would stoop to such crooked schemes to gain the advantage. Have you no honor?
If that was really my scheme, I wouldn't be talking about it out in the open. I'm afraid you'll have to wait until our battle to see what's really in store.
It's irrelevant anyhow. Whatever you have planned won't save you from a crushing defeat.
She has a point. Still, I'm rather eager to see what sort of schemes that mind of yours conjures up.
You heard him, Teach. We can't let these fine folks down.
If they insist.
Are you serious, Teach? Well, if a crooked scheme is really what you're after, I've got more than a few of those up my sleeve.
Oh, how precious. Looks like you and the students have become fast friends.
While I am pleased that you are taking the initiative to acquaint yourself with the students, I'm afraid it's about time for the faculty strategy meeting.
I'm sorry, professors. It's about time I returned to my training anyway.
Everyone's such friends, man.
Until we meet again on the battlefield.
I'm surprised they haven't announced like another ending for the DLC, like another ending altering DLC. Because there is a potential route for that. I think that there's a potential route for it. Not to get too far into spoilers or details, I won't. But, I'm surprised they haven't gone with that. Because, Fates totally went down that right. Oh, totally went down that way. So, we're at the battle now. Let's just save. We'll call it good here. Thank you guys for watching. Look forward to the next episode where we're finally going to get into some combat for once. I want to thank you guys again for the second time. I'm going to do this every single time. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed yourself, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.